6.3 equations with fractions, page 84 onwards. I'll probably do 2 little vids on this. Jumping straight into grade B. Question 1 and question 2, look at them yourself. We've done them again before in unit 2. So question 3 then, into the grade B zone here. I've written them out already just to save time. It says solve these equations. In other words, find the value of x. So x plus 1 divided by 4 is the same as x take away 2 divided by 3. Trial improvement, don't ever do it. So essentially I'm going to take my 4, it's dividing here, take it over and multiply, and my 3, take him over and multiply. So I end up with something very beautiful like this. Is that alright? Lovely little equation. There's nothing on the bottom, there's no denominators. You cross multiply, 3 over, multiply, dividing by 4, take over and multiply. Beautiful. Now it's easy. Look at this. 3x plus 3 equals 4x minus 8. So I'm going to say 3x take away 4x equals minus 8 take away 3. Again, it's the negative 8 is still there, it's not moved, and subtract the other 3. So minus x comes to minus 11, so a proper pucker x comes to 11. Lovely, isn't it? Remember, minus 8 take away 3, minus 11. Now this one, same thing, it's just a little bit tricky because it's a bit more involved. If I'm dividing by 5, go next door and multiply. If I'm dividing by 6, you go next door and multiply. That's why it's called cross multiplying. Look, a little cross there. So let's just set up the equation. That'll be 4x plus 2 multiplied by the 6 will be 5 lots of 5x minus 3. Again, very easy. There's no dodgy denominators to worry about. Bust it all open. Sorry, not 6. I read 6 but wrote 6. So 24x's plus 12 will come to 25x's minus 15. 5 3 is 15. Bring my x's to me. So 24x's take away the 25x comes to minus 15. It has not moved, and subtract another 12. We have got therefore minus x is minus 27. Make it look a bit like a 7. Let's make it look a proper nice 7. So minus 15 minus 12 is minus 27. So a real proper x is going to be 27. There it is. Very, very nice. I am happy with that one. That's question 3. We're playing at grade B level. Question 5. A piece of wood is this much long. 1/5 of the total is cut off. So if a fifth is cut off, I have 4/5 left. And this 4/5 is 80 centimeters left. I've got to find an equation and then solve it for x. Essentially, I've got 4/5 of x, sorry, 4/5 of 3x plus 25 is 80. Alright, 4/5 of my original length is 80. Why? Because I've taken off 1/5 of the total length, and the remaining 4/5 is therefore 80. So let me just write this in a better way. I've got 4 bracket 3x plus 25 divided by 5, just in case you missed that, comes to 80. Alright, now if it's all divided by 5, because it's 4 times that and then divide by 5, again I've got my denominator which I can simply take over and multiply. So let's just break open the bracket here, multiply out. 12x plus 100 is 80 times 5. So 12x plus 100 is going to be 40 with a 0 on it. That's going to be 400. So 12x is going to be 4 take away 1, 300. So x is going to be 300 over 12. And let's grab a machine quickly. 300 divide 12, and that gives me 25. Brilliant. I'm sure I could have done it without a calculator, but I didn't want to because it's unit 3 and I'm allowed to use a calculator. Yippee. Now, do I do question 6 now? Let's just see. Depends on the video. Right, I'm going to do it anyway, and then I'll stop and do the other 2 more difficult questions very slowly. Now, question 6, page 85, all into grade B's now, says each of these shapes is made from a straight angled, a triangle and a rectangle. Essentially, I've got a trapezium and a trapezium. The 2 areas are equal. So let's just put a great big, let's put a black one there. There you go. So that area equals that. So that equals that. That's what I'm saying, okay? work out the value of x. Well, this is quite involved. I've got a rectangle and a triangle. Work them both out, stick them together. Same here. Rectangle, triangle. Work them both out, stick them together. I can do it as a trapezium, might make life easier, but it could get really messy. So let's just do what they say. They're hinting at using a right angle triangle and rectangle. So let's do them separately. Area of the triangle is going to be half base times the height, and of course the height here is x plus 2, isn't it? Just like here, because these two sides are equal. And let's do the triangle. So I've got here half times base times the height, which is x plus 2. Then I've got to add on the area of the rectangle, which is x plus 2 multiplied by 7. Is that alright? So let's just tidy up the area of this trapezium first. So what have I got here? Half of 3 is going to be 1.5 times x plus 2. Add on, may as well multiply this out while I'm at it. 7x plus 14. Multiply this part out. 1.5x is plus 3. 1.5 times 2 is 3. Then add on my 7x is plus 14. That comes to altogether 8.5 x's plus 17. Now that's that part. What I'm doing at the moment is just working out the areas of the individual parts, and then I'm going to set up an equation. Let's do this side exactly the same way. Of course, if it's 3 there, it's 3 there as well, because these are equal. So half base times height, here I go. Half times base times height. Add on the area of the rectangle, which is 3 times 4x minus 5. Just tidy it up a little bit. Let's have a look. 3 times a half is 1.5, so I've got essentially 1.5 bracket x plus 2. Add on, let's multiply this out. 12x is minus 15. Multiplying out now, I've got 1.5 x's plus 3 plus 12x is minus 12. Sorry, minus 15. What have we got? So altogether I've got 13.5 x's, so 13.5 x's, and 3 take away 15 is minus 12. Now these are my two areas, and they are equal. So let's just suddenly go, let's have a look, I've got to combine these somehow. I'm going to try and make it all fit down there. So I've got 8.5x plus 17 equals 13.5x minus 12. So I'll rather write it around the other way, having the larger number of x's on the left. So 13.5x minus 12 is the same as 8.5x's add 17. So I'm going to bring my 8.5x's over here and subtract. And the 17 hasn't moved. Now I'm going to add on the 12, it's minus over there, bring it over here and add. So what have I got here? 13.5 take away 8.5 is like saying 14 take away 9, 5 exactly. So 5x's comes to 29. So x is going to be 29 divided by 5. And that's going to be how many times? 5 5s are 25, so 5 times and 4 left over. So it's going to be 5 4/5, otherwise known as 5.8 if you want to use your calculator. And I'm going to stop there and save question 10, 11 for a separate video because they're a little bit tricky.